Seattle didn't have a pick in the first round, Ryan, but they do now after sending Wilson to Denver. So now at number 9, should they be thinking about quarterback, and who makes the most sense?
Who? Mike Cunio? Let's go. What's up? I think every time from now on that you talk to someone named Mike, you got to do the Mike McDaniel introduction. So good to see you again, Mike. What does this mean for Seattle and Russ Wilson? Well, Russ Wilson, that's a new home. And Denver, of course, and the Seahawks, they need a quarterback. The funny thing is, if they had not traded Jamal Adams last year, they would sit here with the number 10 pick and maybe not even be in the situation they could draft an offensive lineman for Russ Wilson. But here we are. So what are they going to do going forward at number 9? Well, they can start with a quarterback by the name of Malik Willis, who had a really good pre-draft process. The season at Liberty didn't go that great, but he had a good Senior Bowl. He had a good combine. We sat with him on set, and he said and did all the right things. Went out and performed pretty well. Didn't run the 40, but he's fast, plenty fast. Probably one of the fastest quarterbacks in this draft class, and the ceiling is unlimited for this kid. He reminds me in a lot of ways of early Russ Wilson and a little Mike Vick. And it's just going to be a matter of time of getting him up to speed. He probably shouldn't come in and start right away, especially in that division. But we'll see what happens when you draft a guy that high. The expectations are typically through the roof. A safer pick, perhaps at 9, maybe a little high, is Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh. 24 years old. We know he has small hands. No one seems to care. Perhaps a few people do. He wears gloves. At the end of the day, he's been pretty good with those gloves on, especially last year. Get you on the fake slide there as well. But I think he comes in as a safer pick because he can play sooner rather than later. Again, when you take someone top 10, the expectations will be through the roof. The reality is he's less Joe Burrow for me and more Daniel Jones. That's not a bad thing. That's just the way he plays, and that's probably how we should think about him in terms of expectations. But if you're going in the top 10, the expectation is you're going to have to perform sooner rather than later. You have to fill Russ Wilson's shoes, which also isn't great news. But here the Seattle Seahawks find themselves with that 9th overall pick, and they'll have some choices at number 9 about who to take.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.